Hey everyone, it is Coach Melissa here with a Patriotic Wreath. Oops, sorry. With a Patriotic Wreath. This was a kit. It was actually sold a little while ago, and I had it pushed underneath my table. I forgot all about it. So here's the video. I am also recording above head so that we can make sure we get a good angle. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to start with my sign and prepare my sign. As you come in, please let me know that I'm not home, not home, but here by myself. Come in, say hello. Let me know you can see me and hear me well. If you're watching the replay, which right this moment on Monday at, I don't know, noon, I think, we are live. You guys, my sign is about a quarter of an inch, and my staples are a quarter of an inch for sure. And so I like to add a little bit of padding here just to give me a little space in between, make sure I'm not going to push my staple gun or staples right through. Excuse me. And if you did buy this as a kit, you did come with the zip tie mounts. If you have purchased from us before, you know those are options. You don't have to use them. I couldn't find my my E6000. No, I couldn't find my DAP Rapid glue, so I just use this instead. Because when I use these, I like to peel off the back, but then add a little bit of extra glue there for security. So I couldn't find that, so I had to go with the staple gun. So anyway, that is that. I have lots of stuff to do. Let me get rid of this now. And we're going to start with our pipe cleaners, of course. Our Pancake Wreath frame, our patent pending frame, has 12 spots for twist ties. Wherever the notch is, there's a matching hole. So wherever those two combinations are, that's where you want to put your pipe cleaners. Easy to, you don't have to count, you don't have to measure, you don't have to, nothing. You just, wherever they are, that's where you put your twist ties. Hey Michelle, hey everyone. Barbara. So I'm also, one extra tip I'm also telling you is when I twist this twist tie, I'm making sure it twists kind of right on the outside, right near the notch, Okay. So in the inside I twist it right near the notch. On the outside I twist it right near the notch. Y'all, if you would be so kind to share our video and let Facebook land know we are live and working and doing something. When I do the pipe cleaners and twist them, one on the outside, one on the inside like this, that's just helping that separation there with the layers. Thank you, Brenda, I appreciate that. Diane, if you go to learnfrommelissa.com, learn from Melissa, M-E-L-I-S-S-A, learnfrommelissa.com, there will be a link there that'll take you directly to where you can purchase them. It'll bring you right to the listing, right to the item. Learnfrommelissa.com is where you can get everything. It's like a directory from us, for us, about us. I'm obsessed with these friends. Me too, Karen. Okay, nice and easy. Have all of our pipe cleaners attached. The only thing is we have a couple of extra holes here that we might not use at all. It just is a little space, a little hole close to the inner part of the frame to help you if you need help with attaching your sign, attaching your bow. So we don't need to use them. We don't have to use them. They're just there. They're just there if we need them. All right, so this kit, hey Tony, hey sweet Tony, how are you? This, thank you Edna, I appreciate that. This kit came with the border stripe with the kind of shiny border on it. Love the border mesh. You know, the inside of the mesh always just gets ruffled up and kind of covered up anyways. So the border mesh does exactly what we want it to do. So I'm just going to ruffle up that center. Ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. Hey, Robin. Nice lunchtime break. Yeah. Right down there on top. And then crisscross, twist, twist. Overlap here. Overlap there. Y'all, if you have purchased our kits before or in the future, we do have a video on our YouTube channel that is for cutting instructions. So it's giving you tips on how to cut your mesh, how to identify your ribbon tails and how to cut your ribbon tails, what lengths, all that kind of thing, how to prep your sign. Even if you don't buy our kits, or if you have never buy our kits, or if you never want to buy our kits, that video is there to help everyone. So it's just a informational, really. It's actually, hey Nancy, it's actually an Easter kit that I did a while back, and I just used it as general instructions. So that is there if you ever need it. We have soccer tonight, and so I figured I should go live during the day. Hey Lynn. Hi Cheryl. Go live during the day. I gotta get over to the classroom and start doing some work over there. So just here, and then I'm off. And then I'm off. Hey Pat. Hey Patty. I hope you're enjoying today. I swear my husband had the heat on earlier, and now he's got the air on. I think he thinks the temperature in the house revolves only around him. When meanwhile, I am freezing. The boutique where I sell can use some new designs over there. So I'm getting ready to take another load. It has rained all day in Kentucky. No! It is raining season here for sure. I just love looking out our kitchen window now. Like we do live in a subdivision, so it's not, you know, the looking out on, you know, green, but it is nice now to look across the street and to see all the trees blooming. And we have a tree right by our kitchen bay window. It's finally in bloom. Fingerprints left. Oh, I know. Oh yeah, I agree. Especially the mesh, the border mesh, where it's kind of, it's not rough, but it's not soft to touch. I know exactly what you mean. That's why some of the mesh, when I think about it, like when I think about making choices, you know, especially if I'm going to buy a lot of it, I want to buy the mesh that's going to be, you know, nicer on my fingers rather than something that's a little more rough. I have a customer who needs an open center on her wreaths. Yeah, Evelyn, I don't know if I have a recording of it. I know for sure there was one in the pancake class that Damon and I taught. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but I do have a recipe that works on this frame that leaves the center open. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy in there, nice and good. So we're going to start with the mesh is 20 inches. Mesh is 20 inches, and our ribbons, we have two 2.5 inch ribbons. I put the favorite on the top. It's glittered, right? Glittered to match our sign, glittery sign. And so I'm just going to ruffle up the center, fold it so that they're out, all facing out towards me. I'm going to put it right down in there on top, making sure that those points still all face out towards me. And then we'll load it. Hey, Michelle, you are welcome. We'll load it all. Crisscross, twist, 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 twist. Sure, Sharon, how can we help you? Valentine and Easter. Trudy! Where do I go to see you make a oh, Janet, yeah, absolutely. There's some videos on our YouTube using the 10-inch frame. But my favorite recipe using the 10-inch frame has been what we've done a couple times recently, where I use 2 10-inch frames to kind of fuse them together and make one large wreath. You can see that recipe over in the creative coaching group. I also did it in the wreath wish class, but if you're looking for just the single 10-inch wreath frame design, you can find a couple of those on our YouTube. I'm sure you can find them here on Facebook also, but I know it's a little easier sometimes to find things over there. Okay, so I hope you're all having a good day. Okay, twist those up nice and tight. Now, I don't need to keep that whole thing there. I don't need to keep that. I'm gonna cut that off. I'm gonna cut all this extra part off. And then we put 2 ribbons in there, so we want to make sure we see 2 ribbons. So we're gonna fluff those out, and then I do one special thing that I didn't even realize I was doing. Thank you, Angie Dunkel. I didn't even realize I was doing. Sorry. Situated back in my seat. So here's what I do. Now, that's Sincerely Creative Mom. We're Sincerely Creative Mom here on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. It's Sincerely Creative Mom. Okay, so I pushed that forward. I just pushed it forward. I folded it down. And then I'm going to push down on this to kind of scrunch it all together so it stays like nice and kind of tight, compact. And then here's the thing that I think a lot of you miss doing, and it's an important step. I always want to make sure I'm pulling this apart here and pulling it side to side. So I'm going to pull it up and down and side to side. And because you see that ruffle there, if you see that, it's all folded and pleated kind of together. Well, I need to make sure I'm kind of pulling that apart. You see how much difference that was? So that I can make it go where I want it to go and it stays where I want it to be. Right? So now I have this nice big fan here of the festivities, the flag, everything is fanned out, right? So I'm going to fold that down and push down. I'm going to take apart up and down, take apart side to side. I'm going to do that all kind of simultaneously. Addison is doing good. We talked a lot about her updates last night. She's good today. She's at school. So this pain kind of comes randomly, this eye pain thing. So sometimes she wakes up with it. Sometimes she wakes up in the middle of the night with it. Sometimes she comes home from school. Sometimes it's after dinner. So it's all kind of, there isn't really a, trust me, we've tracked. There isn't really a pattern. Sad to say. I wish there was. We could avoid something. Okay, and then I want to make sure that that pattern keeps going along. So I see the fireworks, the flag, the fireworks, the flag, the fireworks, the flag, the fireworks, the flag, all the way around. So it's not chunky. So if I have like the if the flags are together and then the fireworks are together, it kind of just looks chunky. It doesn't look smooth, and it doesn't look smooth. So I want to make sure that I kind of make it as easy to look at as possible. And by doing that, I just make sure I keep my pattern going. Push down. I appreciate you all for sharing our videos and for commenting. If you're brand spanking new, we have the world's greatest followers. And so if you let us know that you're new, they will help welcome you. If you're watching the replay, let us know where you're watching the replay from. Right now it's live, of course. I don't know what time it is, but it's live right this very second. I know. I know. I know. I'm Angie, all over the place. I don't know. All right, grabbing my next roll of mesh. Now, no one loves this frame more than I do, right? But you can clearly see, even in the video, you can clearly see that frame there. And so I need a new ribbon on some of that. Yeah, that's easy to do, Trudy. You can just do that really quick. Just make it look a little bit better. 7:30 in Hawaii. Well, good morning. So I'm going to ruffle this the exact same way. I'm going to put it right down on top. But these two are further away than these two. These are closer together than these two on the outside. So what this mesh kind of barely touches. This piece and this piece are going to completely overlap each other. So we're going to start with this layer of mesh to start see less of the frame. So if you've gotten this far and you're like, hey, this looks crazy, I can still see the frame, this is not what I signed up for, right? Be patient, trust the process. We're going to put another layer right on top. So I'm just going to ruffle that right up the center, ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. And go right on top, directly on top, all the way down to the pipe cleaner. She has an arachnoid. Arachnoid. I think that's, I have no idea if that's how you say it or not, but that's what in my brain, that's what I say. This, Charlie, this was a kit. It did sell out. We do have more kits that will be posted today. I believe there's, oh, what am I doing? I believe there is another kit in there right now, but we will have more today. If you go to learnfrommelissa.com, there is a button there that says Wreath Kits, and it'll bring you directly to where our kits are. Arachnoid? Okay. Well, good. I've only looked at it a million times, wondering how to say it. I get turned around, mixed up, me and my words. Man, it's quiet here now that the air is off. Oh, Jennifer, you do? How long have you had it, darling? See, it's more common than I know. Listen, when my kid is on the playground and I'm like, listen, I'm already a nervous mom, so watching her on the playground this weekend made me even more nervous. Like, if she falls, oh, goodness gracious. Take a deep breath, Mama. Take a deep breath. So this was a kit. I am recording. Hey, Bobby. I am recording from above, so it will be uploaded to our YouTube also. Because I know it was a kit. So I like to keep all of our videos for our kits in one spot as well. My gorilla bean is definitely not, oh, really? That could definitely explain her. The mesh is 20 inches, Patricia. 20 inches on the mesh and 14 inches on the ribbons. And we have 12 twist ties on this frame. So Addison doesn't fall a lot. When did you notice it, or when did you find out about it, Jennifer? Hey, Marlena. She doesn't fall a lot, but she runs into things a lot. And I just thought, I mean, she's a 9-year-old kid, you know, I just thought she's twirling around all the time and, you know. Oh, Hawaii. It's on my bucket list. One day. One day. I keep telling Erin, one day when the kids are a little older, we're going to renew our vows in Hawaii. Oh my goodness, Michelle! Yes, Loretta, this one is going to be for sale. The one from last night actually already sold. I know some of you were asking about the one from last night. That one already sold. But this one, as soon as I'm done here and take the pictures, it's going to go right to Etsy. I did also list another new one today, a patriotic one. You can go right to learnfrommelissa.com, and there will be a link there to get you directly to our shop so that you know you're on our shop. Some people have used our name in their tags and stuff, and so when you search for Sincerely Creative Mom, you might not get me for sure unless you're on my business. So the easiest place to go to find our direct links is to go to Learn From Melissa, Melissa, learnfrommelissa.com, and that way you know for sure you are with us. Someone messaged me and she's like, I didn't get what you said you were going to send, and I can't find the video. And I was so confused. I'm like, I can't even find this gal as a customer. And you know, she sounded very clear that she bought from us, and I'm looking around, I'm looking in there, and we could not find her. We just couldn't. And so finally I said, hey, can you send me a picture of what you bought, what your purchase? And I could see right there that it was not from us. And I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, but I searched your name and that's what came up. I'm like, I know, I'm really sorry. So, okay. Now, you can kind of still see that frame in there, but not really. We're going to add another layer of our ribbon, still 14 inches. Fold it out towards me. Oh, nice, Patty. Very nice. Hey, Kathy. So I'm going to twist this just like we did the last one. Found out about 8 years ago when they discovered alpha neurologists. Thankfully, no alls. Basically just sits there and well, I wish it was just her balance. I wish it was just that. But when she gets these pains that are like, I mean, 9-year-old girl, super active, she would, she would rather, I don't know, do anything but take a nap. She thinks she's 9, she's an adult. I keep telling her adults want to take naps more than kids want to take naps. But when she, comes home and puts herself right to bed, because it's too much, she can't handle it. I'm like, oh, it feels so bad. I'll be in Hawaii in a few weeks. Karen! Nice! My kids were born there. Nice! How nice. For a wreath like this, so we listed on Etsy for, usually our pancake wreaths are listed for around $99 plus shipping. And then sometimes, like right now, we are offering I think it's a 10 or 15% off for the month. But I list them on Etsy for right around $99. Also, if you're a wreath maker and you're wondering, I also did a pricing class that walked through in extreme details how and why I price my things the way I do and how I come up with the prices. So if you're ever interested in that, also you can go check it out. It's at learnfrommelissa.com. Location of the cyst. Always. Oh yeah, we're totally 100% getting a second opinion. 100%. You know, I was thinking about this last night after I talked to y'all. I know we talked about it a lot on the live. And afterwards, I thought, oh my gosh, they probably think I'm dumb. Like, just for plain words. You guys probably thought I was dumb. Like, here's a brain surgeon telling me his recommendation of no surgery. That should be a relief. Like, I would probably have felt the exact same if he said, we have to do surgery. Like, I would, there's no, you know, I think regardless of whatever he said, we would for sure be getting a second opinion. I mean, this is a pretty big, I feel like it's a pretty big deal, especially when it's right behind her eye, exactly where she complains of this pain. So, Linda, I think I did, but it was maybe in the middle of the night, maybe, and I didn't text back. Okay, one different thing I do on this layer here. So before, I just pushed it forward and pushed it straight down. Now, what I'm going to do this next step now, helps a lot when we're working with signs that are 10 inches or smaller. So with a 6 by 12 inch sign, it's my normal size. I do my normal recipe, but often lately I've been working with signs that are a little bit smaller, and this has a certain circumference, right? I think it's 10 inches. So sometimes I need these to pull in a little bit more and I need it to be like 9.5 inches around here. So I can get these pipe cleaners underneath the sign that's going. Not in this case, but I found myself doing this all the time, so it's worth mentioning. So I did fold it in just like I did, but I'm going to kind of push it in forward. It's going to help, you see how we are here? It's going to help extend those apart just a little bit more. And if we can distinctly give those a separation a little bit more, it's going to look better in the long run. So I'm just going to pull it in. You see how much that went in? I don't know if you did see or no. Pull that in, and then still same thing. Pull it up and down, pull it side to side. Now, I'm not going back to mess with these ribbons until the very end. They are going to start to look like a total mess. They're going to make me and you a little OCD crazy. It's fine. We'll come back at the very end and we'll make them all where they need to go. And all of our OCD brains, yours and mine, will start to settle down. But if, like, I have six to make today. I had this is my third one for today, and then I have 3 more recordings to do for the next 3 kits that we have coming out today. And so I gotta, make sure they go good, right? Make sure they go quickly. So if I keep messing with those ribbons, I'm gonna spend lots of my time just playing with them. Hey, Kathleen. I just almost called you Jacqueline. To push those forward if you are adding floral. So just like if I did the one from last night, I would push them in and forward just a little bit. Yes. It happened before. I did? Oh my, I did or someone else? Probably me, of course. Jacqueline, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. No, not you. Okay, well, that's surprising, but... Okay, forward, and then I'm just kind of pushing that forward. Now look, we have it's overlapping almost exactly. I opened my Etsy last night trying something new, and did show this weekend, but so far no results hopefully soon. Okay, let's just be patient. Look at how much that went in. You see that? Let's be patient. Is that Carrie? Carrie, it's going to happen. Going to happen. Just like in my business right now, currently, on top of all of the other things, I'm trying to connect with some folks locally, and so I can get my classroom going. And that, again, also just doesn't happen, that doesn't happen overnight. That takes time, that takes finesse, that takes research. So I have to be patient with myself, right? Like, okay, I built this business over this many years. Now, although it's the same business, I'm looking for, you know, connections locally. And so I feel like it's still its own different ball game. Got to be patient with myself. Okay, don't touch them. No, you will not give up. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to place that right on top. Now, I know one of the things I do, you know, when I'm here with y'all and I'm talking and, you know, we're chit-chatting and I have conversation because I'm watching your comments, it's a little easier. When I'm recording these by myself and I'm, you know, just for, you know, putting them on YouTube, you know, whatever, I got to come up with some conversation, right? So I'm like talking to myself. So if you ever are bored and you just want to listen to whatever topic I'm talking about by myself, go listen to our YouTube videos because it just, you know, sometimes it's random. I say that to say, you know, having a recipe that you work with all the time, you deal with all the time, you do it over and over and over again. Not only do your customers kind of know what to expect and look for from you, you can form a quicker process, right? Even though I like to talk a lot, you can form a quicker process. So that, and I know exactly, without measuring this bow against that wreath like I normally do. You'll see me in coaching all the time if I'm making different size wreaths. I'm checking the size of my bow to my wreath to see and make sure that I'm not making something too small, I'm not making something too big. But with a design that I'm familiar with and comfortable with and have made a bajillion times, I don't have to do that, right? So I'm going to start with a 2.5 inch, about 7 inches. I'm going to go, thank you, Mona. I'm going to go about 6 inches, measure. I'm going to pinch. Twist and loop. Same thing, pinch. Twist and loop. It's learnfrommelissa.com. Learn from Melissa, Melissa, learnfrommelissa.com. And then I'm going to make sure all those parts that I was just twisting land right there in between. Push this down so it doesn't come out. Let's see if I have this here. I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to put like a cricket, learnfrommelissa.com. Now that's probably going to be backwards to you, isn't it? Let me see if I can turn that around to there, there we go. Learnfrommelissa.com. Okie dokie. Okay, so the kit comes with a certain length of ribbon for your bow. It comes with enough for your tails. So if you're following this recipe for the kit, you'll get a bow just like mine. 7 inches. Hey, Kathy Perry. 7 inches on the tail, 6 inches on the loop. Now, from there, everything gets a little smaller. Okay? So from there, I'm saying about a 1/2 inch smaller on the tail, about a 1/4 inch smaller on the loop. Now, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying that's about what I do. About a 1/2 inch smaller on the tail, about a 1/4 inch smaller on the loop. Okay, pinch. Twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop. Hey Beverly, if you go to learnfrommelissa.com, there's a spot there that says wreath kits. It's like our directory. Learnfrommelissa.com is like our directory. So you can find all the things you need right there. Now, the one thing you want to do is go opposite. So if I have the 2 loops here, my next layer, the 2 loops are going to be over here. So you notice I have 5 spots, 5 parts to that bow. 2 loops, 2 tails, 1 loop. Okay, so 5 spots. Odd number, easy to look at, easy to balance. Now I'm going to take these to balance it even more, and I want to balance those tails, right? So I'm going to go tails on one side, tails on the other side, tails on one side, tails on the other side, okay? And I'm just fluffing it here on the thing, I feel like I just had a glitch in the matrix. On the thing. Oh, goodness. So that you can see, right? So that you can see kind of how it looks, how I'm placing it. Just like I did a pattern here with the fireworks and the flag, I want to go blue, polka dot, blue, polka dot, blue, polka dot. So every layer you want to see in between. Like now I have a spot in between those red polka dots. My next layer is going to go in between that spot, right? I want to be able to see, going up to the top of the bow, I want to be able to see all the different ribbons in the bow. Y'all following me? Hey, Margaret Baker. So the loop, or the tail, is about an inch longer. And then as I get smaller, it goes about a ½ inch. That made no sense. My first tail is 7 inches. My first loop is 6 inches. Then from there, I just want to make sure that my tails are a little bit longer than the loop. But as you see here, I didn't even do that. I try to make sure I do that, but I didn't do that. Beverly, I got to add that to the link. But you can find the bow maker in the learnfrommelissa.com. There is a link there that sends you to a blog post that has all of our favorite tools. And the bow maker is one of the tools. But that'll help you with all the other things that we might use also. So pinch, twist, loop. But that's a good idea. Maybe I'll just add that directly to the directory. Awesome, Tanya. So now, even though every single piece of these ribbons that came in the kit were the same length, you're seeing I now have more left over because everything gets a little smaller, right? Okay, and then the last one. Hey, Beverly, that's awesome. Well, welcome, dear. Yeah, learnfrommelissa.com is going to be your directory for everything. If I have a new class coming out, it'll be there. If I have new, well, if you want to get to any of our social medias, if you want, all the stuff is right there. Okay, now the last one is a little bit different. So I still want my tail to be a little bit, or the same length, longer. I want it to be longer than my first loop, but really that's about the same length as the last loop. If I says, how long is each ribbon in your wreath kit? The ribbon tails are 14 inches. 14 inches here, and the mesh is 20 inches. Y'all, I do not even care how many times I got to answer it. If you just come on, I am happy to answer. It's totally okay. Okay, so now we have our tail in a little loop. This is about 3 inches. This is going to be it doesn't count as one of my 3 loops. It's an extra loop, and it's just going to be what covers, hey, Janny, it's going to be what covers our pipe cleaner. Okay, so don't forget, if you're brand new, come in, say hello, make sure you're following us. Let our friends welcome you. I don't sell the ribbon, no. I do sell kits. The ribbon for your bows. Oh, sorry. So yeah, so I don't have exact measurements on all the layers, but you start this way. The first The first tail on the first layer is 7 inches. The first loop on the first layer is 6 inches. From there, everything gets a little bit smaller. Okay. So now I ended up this time with a tail on both sides because I technically have 4 loops, one of which is smaller because it's going to be what covers our pipe cleaner. It's going to go straight up. Hey, Lee! How are you, dear? Oh my gosh. Lee, why do you make me so happy? I think I met you once or twice at Wreath Makers Live, Wreath Makers Lives, plural. We didn't really get a chance to talk too much, but you're just like the happiest dude. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to come up here now. I have 2 loops here. My 2 loops are going to go on the other side. Perfect. Okay. Sometimes going to these events, you just get to meet the sweetest, coolest, happiest people that you might not know. They just brighten your day because you know what kind of people they are. It's fine. It's great. It's awesome. Helps make my day. So now I have all these extra pieces that were just extra. I'm just going to throw them away, but they're just extra. But the length of what I have extra is completely based on what, you know, our size of those things. Hi, I'm Melissa, and if you're just joining, I forget my words a whole lot. So thank you for your patience. Okay, I'm going to grab nice and tight. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. Okay, nice and tight before I pull it up, kind of all together at the same time. Look, my hands are underneath. I see my fingers underneath here. My fingers are underneath here, you see? I have nice and tight pressure all the way up. Hold nice and tight. Words are hard, Michelle. Nice and tight. Okay, take my pipe cleaner. Now I have a nice good stack there. They're nice on top of each other. It looks real pretty. I'm going to add this to the top. Now, there are 1 bajillion different ways to make a bow. This is just the way I do it. Okay, I have carpal tunnel pretty bad, so my hands don't like it when I hold it in my hand for too long. I got to take breaks. I am coordinated, but I'm not 100% coordinated. So, you know, you find the ways you can work it out and you make it work for you and you go with it, okay? There. So pretty. Making sure our center loop does its job and hides our pipe cleaner. It'll be easier to fluff once it's actually in there, but so cute. So cute. All right, let's set that aside. Let's get our thingy in. I'm not going to touch the ribbons. I'm not going to touch the ribbons. I'm not going to touch the ribbons. Not going to touch the ribbons. Okay, I'm going to go right down on top. So I've covered my 4 pipe cleaners. And then I have 2 left over. That's where my sign, or the thing we just made, that's where that's going to go. And it's going to cover that. Okay, now I'm going to take my pipe cleaners. As much as it drives me absolutely bonkers, I'm going to take my pipe cleaners and go straight through. So I'm not moving any mesh out of the way. I'm going straight through the mesh. It helps keep everything in place. It helps keep my sign where I need it to be. And so I know drives me crazy because you're going through all those layers of mesh. I just put my hand underneath there. Oh, that one went. See? The universe heard me. It was like, let's give her a break. Put my hands underneath there and feel for the pokey part of the pipe cleaner. Y'all, I really do appreciate this. I know I say it a million times. I really do appreciate you guys following us. Small businesses and social medias are always changing. And so I appreciate you being here. Truly and absolutely. I appreciate you just being here. Commenting, saying hello, all of your prayers for my daughter. I'm telling you, I greatly appreciate it. In case I haven't told you yet, I do. Okay, I'm going to snug that underneath there. I don't want it to just fly and just flop around, so I'm going to hold that on. And usually I don't completely secure one side until I have the other side in. It does make it a little bit easier to, you know, get in both sides if one isn't completely secure. You cover, nope, I just leave the back. I'll show you the back. It's going to be nice and clean. It's nice and clean. It doesn't look messy. I just leave it just the way it is. My tummy's making noises, y'all. Probably because I need to eat some lunch. All right, let me get this in. Now before I secure it completely, I do want to make sure that it has right where I want it to be. There we go. For those of you watching, I will have, I know there's some really cool stuff happening this week with the supply box, so I will have, see, it's nice and clean back here, right? Nothing going all crazy. I will have some supply box openings, videos that are going to be coming up soon also. I'll have that on. I don't know where I'll have it, but I'll have it somewhere. Okay, now still not touching the ribbons, still not touching the ribbons, because I got to touch them at the end. Take our bow. Now, I always say it's okay. It's okay to hide your, it's okay for the bow to overlap your sign a little bit. Right? Of course, if I have words, like I don't want to cover the beautiful, right? I don't want to cover the beautiful. But I'm okay if my bow is kind of kissing the edge here a little bit and just hiding that just a little. I'm okay with that, right? I'm going to make sure my bow does come down a little bit decently into the wreath so that I'm accounting for the space that I need for those loops, right? Knowing that it's okay, it goes up a little bit. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you know, even if you didn't learn anything or if you didn't enjoy it, you still made my day by being here. So thank you for being here. You made another human's day. Somebody over at our new classroom, at our new space, has been helping us with the internet. And the other day, I'm like, you win the nice human award for the day. And, you know, just makes people feel good, right? All right, pull that through. I'm doing the same thing I did. I'm doing the same thing I did for the sign. Just making sure it's in the right spot. So I'll be taking pictures of this and then getting it listed. Two more things. So I want to make sure I fluff my bow. Make sure all my loops are in the right spot so I can see them all. No one's hiding. It's not covering my sign too much. Right? All the things. See all the layers. Good, good deal. Then, the last thing. Go through every single piece here and make sure all of my ribbons are going the right way. No one is hiding underneath another one. Everything is pointing out towards the edge. There's good spacing. There's good coverage. So that when I take this up off of the table here, I can walk it directly over to the door, put it on the door, turn the lights on, take the picture. Right? I don't have to do anything once it's there. Now, will these ribbons shift? Yeah, they'll shift. Will they shift on the door? Yeah, they're going to shift on the door. They're not metal. They're not glued there. It's going to shift and move, and, you know, the wind is going to go. It's going to, you know, be nice. the more folks use their front doors, the more this will not look exactly the way it does when they receive it. It's not going to be bad, just, well, it'll shift and change. Here we go. I absolutely love it. So coming from the side, we have a nice thin space, nice thin design, super pretty. We are about 24, 25 inches long. You guys, if you're looking for the actual frame, again, you can go directly to learnfrommelissa.com, and there is a link there that will take you directly to the pancake frames. So you don't have to search for anything. Just go to learnfrommelissa.com, look for the button that says pancake frames, click there, it'll take you directly to the link. Okay, same with our wreath kits. Go to learnfrommelissa.com, look for the wreath kits, click there, it'll take you directly to where our wreath kits are. Same with our finished wreaths, all the other things. There's some free resources there. There's a list of our favorite suppliers, a list of our favorite tools. There's so many cool things. You can join our email address, or you can join our email list there. Our phone number is there, all sorts of stuff. Y'all, I appreciate you for so many reasons today. I'm going to tell you, I appreciate you even more for being here for me when I come back. I know I go on hiatuses. I know sometimes you don't see me for a while, and then you see me like for a week straight, and then you don't see me for a while, and then you see me for a week straight. So I appreciate you for coming back to me and for watching and supporting me in that way. I'm a little scatterbrained. I got 2 kids that are involved in every single thing possible. We got the new thing with Addison going on. We got the new classroom that we're going to be planning for classes in person. We got the event coming up in July. It's a lot going on. So I appreciate you for being here when I'm here. I truly. And then, I just, in true Melissa fashion, the longer it goes between my lives, first of all, I'm live every single Thursday without fail inside the creative coaching group. So every single Thursday you'll see me there. But the longer it goes without me being live here on the Sincerely Creative Mom page, the more anxiety builds up in my whole body to go live again. So that first time I go live after it's been a while, if you only knew what goes on behind the scenes, just a little crazy. So I really, truly, I know I can't really express to you how much it means for you all to be here, whether you're brand spanking new today as your first day ever finding us, or if you've been, following us since the day we adopted the kids and like all the stuff. I really, truly appreciate you. Okay. So, that's all I have for you today. We have soccer tonight and, homework and all the other fun things. So, hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. If you're on our email list, hopefully today or tomorrow morning, you'll get a notice of new kits available. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's Learn From Melissa. learnfrommelissa.com. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for the prayers too. I even if it's just calming, peace. I know we don't have a lot of, for sure direction, path, answers just yet. Looking for a couple of different opinions just to settle our minds, settle our hearts, settle our thoughts. But I appreciate you all for the power of prayer for sure. Okie dokie. All right, y'all. I'll see you later. Bye.